I'm Esther. I'm from Germany, and I'm Gesa's cousin. And right now I'm on vacation with some of my friends because I just wrote my final exams, and after that we wanted to celebrate a little bit. And yeah, I'm using the time now to relax after the stressful days. Who I am as a person, I would say I'm joyful, I am enthusiastic, I am always happy to move around, go hiking or go swimming. Just moving is good. I think I am also someone who you can always talk to, because I would say I'm a good friend to my friends, because I think I give them a space to just listen to them telling me something that they normally just can't tell because it's a problem they have, or if they want some advice, they can always come to me. And I think that's one of the best things that I can give to them. And yeah, I love my family, I love my friends, and I'm just really happy to have them in my life. And I hope they also know that and see that in me. As a child, oh, I was awful as a child, really. My mother told me a lot about when I was a child. She said I went to puberty when I was like 5 or 6, and not when I was 14, because I was always I always had energy and I never came down. I think I did a lot of things that my mom and dad that stressed them out. So I think when I grew older, I became a little bit more relaxed than I was as a child. I think I also had too much energy for adults, and I think adults couldn't handle me. I also had a lot of trouble when I was a kid with finding friends and keeping friends. I don't know why that was. I think I was a little bit too much for some of the kids, because I always said what I think and I never thought about what I was going to say. I just said it. And I think most of the times that wasn't the right thing, because adults don't want to hear that. But I also think most of the kids didn't want to hear that. So maybe I was a little bit of the trouble kid. Yeah. I think if I met myself as a kid right now, I also would think that I was more of the trouble kind. I would say I was always interested, and I always asked questions that was really annoying. And if I met myself, I would find myself really annoying. I think I just grew up. So as a kid, I had too much energy, and I think as a kid, I only thought about myself and my friends, and not really what my mother thought about me or what my dad thought about me. So when I grew up, I noticed that my mom was upset when I was doing something, and then I didn't do it anymore. So I think that was mostly it. I grew up, but I also noticed the people around me more. So I think you could say I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, but not that much. I also take care about myself, but I wanted to make my mother happy. I wanted to make my sister happy, and I wanted to give them the best time they could have, and I wanted them to feel relaxed and not think of me as a problem. I don't know why exactly that happened, but I think I was 14, I think, 14 or 15, I don't know. My dad and my mom split up, and I think that was a really, really hard time for me. And I also know that the Corona years, they changed a lot about me, because I didn't get to meet my friends, and I didn't see my friends in school. I didn't go to my handball team and had practice with them. So I think the Corona years and the divorce of my parents really made me think more about other people than myself. And yeah, I think I just changed. I just noticed people around me. Yeah. I don't think only one experience shaped me. I think a lot of experiences shaped me. So when I grew up, I had an awful friend group in 9th and 10th grade. Um, at that time, I really liked them. I had the best time ever. I thought I met the friends that would come with me through every stage of my life, who I would still have in university and after that. But it turned out that most of them were fake friends, and that really hurt me. So I think that was one experience that really shaped who I am today and what I think of people, or really just how friendship should work. So friendship and the people in my life are, I think, the most important part of my life. And if I think about that friend group now, I would say that I would never ever be friends with them, because all they did was gossip. And at that time, it was something new to me. So I thought that's how friendship was, or that's how growing up is, that you gossip a lot more. I think, yeah, I gossip a lot more now than I did before, but not like that, because they always told people that look bad that they look bad, and gossiped about them just because they look different in any kind of way. And I don't want to be that kind of person anymore, because I realized that that's really a fake friendship. That's not good for me and not good for thinking about myself. So I think that's really one experience that shaped me now. Yeah, and I also think the talks I had with my mother about my dad, about them splitting up and stuff like that, I think that really shaped what I think about people. And because also my mother always said to me, yeah, thanks for listening to you. But if I think about it now, I would say I was 14 years old. She was a grown-up woman. And I don't know if it was right that I talked with her about that kind of stuff, because I always stand between my dad and my mom. And it's really hard to find a way to keep both of them, because both of them hate each other. That's, I think, one thing I really had to deal with when I was, I wouldn't say quite young, but when I was younger. And I think that experience really shaped how I am today and what I am today. But I think there are also more experiences that I did which were positive, because I wanted to go on vacation alone when I was, I think, 14. I wanted to visit London, but then the Corona years happened and I couldn't go, unfortunately. So when I had the chance to leave without friends and stuff, I took the chance. I think it was just a tour from the local community from my hometown, and we were just took a trip to the sea. And yeah, that's what I did when I was 14, and it really shaped, because I knew I could do things on my own. I could be on my own and I could make some friends anywhere. And I also did that to prove myself that I'm not dependent on anyone. And that's, I think, the most positive experience I could ever make. I think I definitely truly know myself, because I know my boundaries. I know what I need to have a good time, to live, to grow up, I would say, because I always felt confident in myself. I never doubted myself that much like other people did, because I think some people really doubt themselves, whether they are good people, whether how they look and stuff like that. And I never had that problem. Of course, I think about my body and if it looks bad, if I have too much of a belly and stuff like that. But in myself, in my mind, I always truly know who I am. I think I've known that thing since I was a kid, and that's, I think, the only thing that really kept me from, I don't know, becoming depressed or something when my dad and my mom split up, was that I truly know what I wanted and what I definitely didn't want. Yeah, so I would say I truly know myself. When I'm with my friends, when I'm having a good time, when I'm not feeling stressed, or when I do not have any responsibilities, because I always feel like I have too much responsibility on my shoulders, especially when I'm having deep conversations. Then I'm feeling like I am myself. When I'm chilling at the lake, I feel like I'm myself. When I'm around other people and stuff like that, that's really the most important part. When I'm at work, I don't feel like myself, because I think at work or in some special situations you can't be yourself, because other people have expectations from you, and I am a person. I know what other people expect from me. I know what they want to hear when I say something. I know what they don't want to hear. And I always have that pressure on me when I'm at work, when I'm with my dad, when I'm with at any situation where I'm not with my friends. And that's one thing that I really don't like, because I know I can't be myself because other people have expectations. And that's kind of a sad part. But then I'm around my friends, and then I know I'm at home. When I'm at my mom's house, because I think that's really the most home thing the most home it could ever be, because I grew up there. I know my way around there. But I think home also shifted from my mother's home to where I'm also partly staying now, because I'm at my boyfriend's home. And I think his family also is kind of a part from my life now. I think I wouldn't call it a home, but it's still a big part in my life right now, because I'm like 50% of the time I'm there. So I also enjoy the time I'm having there. But I think home is also where my friends are, and where my boyfriend is, and where I'm feeling like I am myself, and where I'm at home. But I also really, really want to live in my own apartment now, or in my own room now, when I'm moving out. And I'm really hoping that I can make my apartment or my room, that I can decorate it how I want, that I can put everything in there that makes it like home. And I'm really excited for that part of my life. I think what I internally struggle with is losing responsibility, because I think I take a lot of responsibility for people that don't even want it. Like, I feel responsible for my mother, I feel responsible for my sister. So when she's having a problem, I'm trying to solve it. And I know that she doesn't even want that. But as I already said before, I want to make her happy, and I want for her to have everything that she wants. But I need to learn that some things are just not my responsibility, and some things I cannot change. And I need to learn that I can't change them, that I can't always take responsibility, because sometimes when I take too much responsibility, it breaks me. Because I see that at school, that if something needs to be done, I am the one doing it. I am the one always, I think, also leading my class, for an example, or also just taking more of the leading roles. And I enjoy that. But I also know that there's nothing coming back from the group. And sometimes I think for myself to have a better, or to have a more relaxed time, I should just not take the responsibility, and I should not take the responsibility for my sister to make her feel good, or for my boyfriend to make him feel good, because I know that it's not good for me if I take too much responsibility, and that's one thing I really struggle with. And I think that's mostly the one thing I entirely struggle with that other people don't see. Because I think other struggles I have people see. But yeah, I think that's one thing. Yeah. I don't think anyone could understand me, like, because I think that's not possible. If I'm talking to my friends, I know they understand some parts of the stories I tell, but no one could ever understand me like how I understand myself. I think mostly understood I feel by people in the same situation as me. Like when I'm talking to my friend Laura, she's in Germany right now, but we get to know each other through the time of the final exams. And we talked a lot, and she's kind of in the same situation as me. We both have a relationship, we both have the same opinions, I think, and the same experiences, I would say, because also she has a lot of problems with her dad. I have a lot of problems with my dad. She wants relationship advice, I want relationship advice. And I think we have kind of the same opinion and the same mind, the same expectations, the same wishes also. So we share a lot. And I think that's helped me because sometimes she just says what I already think. But when I hear it from her, I know it's the right thing to think. And yeah, when I'm talking to her, I feel mostly understood. Of course, she can't understand everything, but yeah, mostly when I'm talking to her, yeah. The only thing that keeps me going during difficult moments is that I know I have a great life, that I have my friends, that I have my family, that I'm healthy, that I can move my body, that I have beautiful clothes and stuff like that. I have luxury items that other people's mate don't have, and I think my family and friends are the biggest part because I can always talk to them. And I think the moments that are difficult, I think I can handle them because of them more or better than I could without them. I think the role other people have in shaping me is being around each other, because I think everyone has their own character, has their own opinions, shares them, or just doesn't share them. That's also a way how we shape each other. We have discussions, we have conversations, we also don't have conversations. That's also just sitting around each other and maybe enjoying the silent and stuff like that. I think you can always not shape each other because you think about each other. I don't think there's one person who doesn't look at another person and thinks, what could they think? What do they have in their life that makes them happy and stuff like that? And I also think I shape other people by setting boundaries sometimes, or telling them how I feel when they say something or do something. I think you can especially see that in friendships and relationships, and relationships with mothers and dads and family members, because I don't know, and also with new people you just met. If I met someone and I talk to them and stuff like that, we get to know each other, we get to know other opinions. And if we especially meet people from new cultures, then we get to know a different culture, get to know different standards or different roles of women or roles of minorities and stuff like that. So I think we all shape each other every day by political opinions, by emotions and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, that's it. And I hope that I also shape other people, not in a negative way, but also in a positive way, so that when they see me, they think of me as a place they can talk to, they can share their emotions and not feel judged. I think humans fundamentally have in common that we are all people, we are all having emotions. We also, I think you can discuss that, but I also think we share moral, and we have emotions like being happy, being sad, being excited over something. And I think because we know that the other person has these emotions, we feel connected to them. You don't even need language to feel connected. You don't need to understand each other through language. You can also understand each other through just being at the same place at the same time, or looking into each other's eyes, because you know the other person is so much like you. If I think about seeing a girl from, I don't know, the other side of the world, I know how she feels, because she mostly has the same expectations from her family. She has the same roles in life she takes in. She's maybe also working in, or has the same working experience as I have, and stuff like that. She has friends. She has also expectations and wishes for her life and what she wants to become. And I think because of that, because we understand each other through emotions and through connections and through moral, we also feel connected as humans. I think I ask that question myself every day, and I don't really have an answer for it. I think people connect through wrong moral codes, or through wrong opinions. I wouldn't say that we don't understand each other today. I would say we do understand each other, but we have different opinions about what humans or what people should become, and what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. Because I think understanding does not, I think I can understand men can understand women, I can understand people thinking different from me, but we still think different about our future and stuff like that, and what is the right thing. And that, I don't think that humans right now just don't understand each other. I think it was always a problem in human history that we didn't understand each other at some point in life. We have a fundamental connection, but I think just everyone is so individually different and has other expectations and wishes and stuff, that we also kind of drift away. I mean, we see the poor and the rich. We have so much social problems right now that I think some of the social problems, are the most problematic thing that leads to not understanding each other. I may be like that. I think being human also means feeling the air, feeling the sun on your face, feeling the water when you go for a swim and stuff like that. The feeling you have when you're in nature, the feeling you have when you are with your family, the feeling you have when you talk to someone new, the feeling you have when you sit in the underground and someone plays the violin and stuff like that. Just, I think the little things in life which makes you feel alive and which makes you also feel understand. I think just it's the small moments that you have that makes human. And for me, being human means talking to people, having emotions with people, crying with someone or laughing with someone, having deep talks with my friends, and getting to know someone new and stuff like that. I think everyone is sharing emotions and the roles we have in life. So being a family member, being a friend, having co-workers and stuff like that. Everyone kind of, or the majority of people kind of are in the same situation. And I think we truly need to respect each other more, to not ignore them, to not ignore their feelings, to not talk down their emotions or their expectations and wishes and stuff like that. Yeah. I think I'm searching for the next adventure I can have, for the next step in life. So right now I am really, really excited about my future, because I know that what my plan for the future is, and I know that it's going to be great. I hope it's going to be great. But I really want to get to know new people at the university, study something new, get out of my social circle in my hometown, because I want to find new friends, and I want to also learn something about myself when I'm thrown into something completely new. And that's what I'm still searching for. And I also think I'm searching for the moments where I am truly myself. So I am always excited to meet friends, new people. I'm also searching for the greater good. Can you say that? I think I'm searching for, not for myself, because I know who I am, but I'm still searching for seeing something new, also visiting new countries, visiting or learning other cultures, getting to know other cultures, and learn something about the nature or see something new. And that's what I'm still searching for. I don't know who I want to become. When I think about mothers, and I think I'm going to become a mother someday, like if I'm thinking about the future, like really far away, then I don't want to be someone who is dependent on their husband, who is stressed out almost every day. I want to become someone who can handle everything, but I think that's more of a wish than really something I can become. But I hope that I'm going to still be a good friend, and I hope I can become someone who maybe is not that annoying to friends and stuff like that, who is joyful and who is easy to be around. And I want to just go on and live my life. I'm not really having this exact thing. I'm not the kind of person who says that's what I want and I'm becoming that exactly. I think I am going to go with the flow and then see what I become, but I am going to be truly myself. I would tell my younger self, don't change anything. Be annoying, be angry, be who you ever want to be, and to live out your emotions, because I think as a kid I couldn't live out my emotions as I wanted, because people felt overwhelming by my emotions. And I think I should be that annoying kid. You should be that kid that annoys everyone and is problematic, has some problems, because the problems you had, I don't have anymore, so that's good. And I don't think my younger self should change anything. Maybe only that I should be nicer to my mother.